Ricky. I'm Ricky. Ricky Diamond. You're a poophead.
The Great Raspberry Race. The sun climbed over the rusted roofs of the trailer park, casting long, spindly shadows from the giant concrete overpass. Inside the living room, little Ricky Diamond and his best friend, Dave O. Hohoso Wong-It's White, were huddled in front of the television. They were 11 years old and ready for adventure, but the morning cartoons were being drowned out by a sound much worse than a commercial break. The source of the noise was Dave's younger brother, Terrible Terry. Terry was having a complete meltdown on the linoleum floor. He wasn't crying because he was hungry or tired. He was wailing because his socks were floppy. Every time he kicked his feet, the loose fabric made a wet, bubbly sound that was absolutely maddening. To Terry, the misaligned heel seams were a national tragedy. Ricky looked at Dave, and Dave looked at Ricky. They didn't need to say a word. While Terry was distracted, momentarily quieting down to shove a massive spoonful of chunky peanut butter into his mouth, the two boys seized their chance. They crept toward the screen door, moving with the stealth of ninjas who were really good at avoiding squeaky floorboards. They ran across the gravel lot, past the barking dogs and the humming air conditioners, until they reached their sanctuary. Their fort was tucked directly under the massive concrete overpass, right where the railroad tracks hummed with the weight of passing trains. In the tall weeds nearby, Ricky spotted a prize, a heavy, circular metal lid from a broken dryer machine. "This is it, Dave," Ricky announced, dragging the lid to the top of the giant concrete incline that sloped down from the overpass. He imagined it was a high-tech bobsled. Ricky positioned the metal lid at the very edge of the steep drop-off and took his seat in the center, gripping the rim with both hands. With a brave shout and a kick of his sneakers, Ricky launched himself. He gathered speed instantly. The wind whipped through his hair as he zoomed down the smooth, gray concrete. It was the fastest he had ever gone in his life, but after a few seconds, he noticed a strange smell, and a sharp heat began to rise through the metal lid. Friction was turning the dryer lid into a literal frying pan. "My butt, it's burning!" Ricky screamed. In a moment of panic, he decided that the concrete had to be cooler than the metal. He threw his weight to the side and hopped off the lid, hoping to land on his feet and run out the momentum. Physics was not on Ricky's side. Instead of landing on his feet, he hit the concrete right on his backside. R-I-I-I-P. The sound of his favorite nylon shorts tearing echoed under the bridge. He slid for 20 feet, the rough concrete acting like sandpaper against his skin. By the time he came to a stop, his pride wasn't the only thing that was hurt. Ricky scrambled to his feet, or rather, he hopped around like a frantic rabbit. He clutched the back of his legs, his face turning a bright shade of red to match his raspberry butt cheeks. He let out a long, high-pitched wail of pain as he did a frantic dance in the dirt at the bottom of the hill. Dave was already halfway down the slope, rushing to see the damage. Just then, Terrible Terry appeared at the edge of the fort. He was still wearing his floppy, bubbly socks, but he had stopped crying. He looked at Ricky's shredded shorts and his bright red skin, then looked at Dave. Both brothers pointed and erupted into a fit of belly laughs. Ricky stopped crying and managed a small, painful smile. He realized that while floppy socks were annoying, they were a whole lot better than a scorched behind.